Honorable Governor of Assam, Sri Lakshman Prasad Acharya, Vice Chancellor of Tezpur University, Shri Shambhunath Singh, the Deans, Registrar, and other officials of the University, my dear students and their parents, and the distinguished invitees who are seated in the audience. My pranams to all of you. This is a joyous occasion to proudly celebrate the milestone that you have achieved in your academic journey. So far, you have been in a very secure place under the mentorship of great teachers of this university and the care and guidance provided by your parents. As you achieve this milestone, it is time for all of us to celebrate and congratulate you on this achievement. However, as you continue your future journey, as you step into the outside world, you will see both opportunities, successes, and also challenges. If I had to ask a question, what do I see in front of me in this hall? I would definitely say, I see young, aspirational, hardworking Indians who will get out of this university and will be on a mission to transform our country. You will have many opportunities, as you have seen already how India is progressing. We are the first country to put a spacecraft on the southern pole of Moon. We have successfully sent the Aditya L1 mission on space exploration. We have built such a digital public infrastructure in our country. It has become a role model to the rest of the world. Today, more than 10% of the 500 Fortune companies are headed by Indians who have come from this very same educational system. My dear students, while India is progressing very rapidly and it will bring to you more and more opportunities, you should also be aware of the challenges that will come in your path, and you should think about how to convert these challenges into opportunities. As we sit today in this hall, climate change is not a faraway, distant problem. It is affecting all of us. Multidimensional poverty, extreme poverty, these are all issues about which all of us should be concerned about. The economic systems are becoming unstable, and there are geopolitical challenges. And because we are all connected globally, we are all interconnected, our financial systems are connected, our internet is connected, we travel across the globe. We work across the globe. When we are all connected, we can never think ourselves as an isolated system. You also had to think as a global citizen to address some of these major challenges. But what is the way? How do we convert these challenges into opportunities? If you recollect, this year, in 2024, 3 economists were given Nobel Prize for their work on how institutions help the nations achieve their prosperity. And India can be very proud of its institutions. Our Constitution provides the roadmap for our institutions such as the Parliament, the democratic processes that we have, the electoral processes that we have, which is completely technology-driven today, the judiciary, the media. All these institutions are guided by our Constitution, including the educational institutions which provide education to all of you. You all have already seen the impact of the National Education Policy, NEP 2020, how it is transforming our educational system to provide equity, access, quality, accountability, and affordability to young people like you, so that you can acquire the required competencies, required skills, and values, so that you can be part of our journey to achieve Vikasit Bharat by 2047. You are born and educated at a time in the history of our country. You have the opportunity to use your intellect, to use your commitment to develop our country so that our country's aspirations, inclusive growth, are achieved through efforts of young people like you. Today, in our country, 40% of our population is below 25. And it is our responsibility to ensure that high quality education is provided to all of you, especially for those students who come from the downtrodden sections of our society. It could be SC, ST, OBC, economically weaker sections, people who had great difficulty in accessing higher education. It is this section of our society that we must ensure that they become part of the growth story of our country. And this is in alignment with Article 46 of our Constitution. Our Constitution also talks about providing social justice to every Indian in our country. And NEP 2020 reforms are founded on these values enshrined in our Constitution. Let me give you a couple of examples how we are trying to provide equity and access based on the principles of our Constitution. You all might have heard about the PM internship scheme. This scheme aims to provide internships to nearly 1 crore students within a period of 5 years in 500 top industries of our country. That means every year 20 lakh students will be benefited through this internship scheme. That is roughly 1/5 of the total number of students who join in the higher education every year. And this PM internship is focused on those students who come from the disadvantaged groups. And often, students who come from this background are also the first-time degree holders in the family. They come from rural background. And imagine when these kids, when these students go to these top 500 industries and gain experiential learning, gain soft skills, get networked with great people in the industry, it is going to transform their lives. And that is what is providing inclusivity and equity in our educational system. You also might have heard about the PM Vidya Lakshmi loan scheme. It is one of the greatest schemes ever announced in the recent past to enable the students to have access to high quality education in best of the institutions in our country. This scheme is going to benefit nearly 22 lakh students from 860 institutions, provided they have achieved certain NIRF ranking. And these loans are collateral-free, guarantee-free. It will ensure that the financial difficulties should not become a hindrance to our students in accessing high-quality education. Imagine students, irrespective of their financial status, if they can access high-quality education, how it is going to transform their lives and democratize our higher education, universalize our higher education. You also know that students have different cognitive abilities. Recently, we have announced the new regulations on UG and PG programs. And here, we have introduced both accelerated degree programs and extended degree programs. If a student has sufficient cognitive ability to earn the credits earlier than the standard time duration required for a degree program, why not we permit the students to get their degree in a shorter duration? And we also know that some of us may find it very difficult to cope up with the academic pressure. In the normal course, what would happen? I will fail in a course, or I will lag behind, or I may drop out. In order to avoid such situations, to take care of different cognitive abilities of the students, we have introduced extended degree programs where the student can take lesser number of credits every semester and complete a 4-year degree program in 5 years without any stigma attached to it. This is the kind of inclusivity that we must introduce in our educational system. The directive principles of our Constitution clearly guide the state to ensure that our people are provided with socio-economic empowerment. And the reforms of NEP 2020 are directly in tune with these constitutional values. India is a country which has a rich history of languages. Our Constitution recognizes the importance of linguistic diversity. Article 350A of our Constitution guides us to provide education to our students in their own mother tongue. You might have heard UGC has written to all the universities to let the students write their examinations, even if they are studying in English medium, to write in their own mother tongue. And this is going to help our students who come from rural background, who come from non-English medium schools, a great deal, and that is what is providing equity. The 8th schedule of our Constitution lists 22 languages for their development, and they have been officially recognized. In order to ensure that our students do not face difficulties in higher education, UGC has embarked on producing 22,000 textbooks at UG and PG level in 22 languages. We will be producing in next 5 years 22,000 books in 22 languages, so that our students, when they have any difficulty, they can refer to these Indian textbooks so that the learning outcomes are enhanced. One of the objectives of NEP 2020 is to realize higher learning outcomes in our educational system. My dear students, you all know that in our higher education system today we have close to about 4.5 crore students. And 2/3 of these students do BA, BSc and BCom. And today, because technology is evolving so fast, there are so many newer opportunities that are emerging. We need to question ourselves, are we providing sufficient skills to our students who are doing their undergraduate programs so that they can become either self-employed or they can seize the new opportunities that are coming? All of you have used ChatGPT, and sometimes you might have found that when you prompted the ChatGPT, it hasn't given the correct answer. Today, industries are looking for experts known as prompt engineers who can prompt these AI machines to get exact, accurate information. Any one of you can become a prompt engineer by taking a couple of courses in your university. But universities have to provide these newer and newer skill-based courses. And recently, UGC has announced a scheme where you can meet both your academic goals as well as your career goals. You can reserve 50% of your credits in a degree program for majoring in a discipline, but the remaining 50% of the credits you can spread over different kinds of skills. Maybe you want to take some courses in banking, some courses in insurance, some courses in logistic management, some courses in data science if you have a mathematics background. And if you acquire these kind of skills and competencies, your opportunities for self-employment or to seize the newer opportunities that are coming will multiply. And this is what we must do. And this is in tune with Article 41 of our Constitution, empowering you to be ready to seize the newer opportunities that are coming up in your pathway. My dear students, there are many, many opportunities that are going to come. But however, I would like to tell you a couple of things. Your academic journey is not going to end now. Some of you have completed undergraduate degree, postgraduate degree, or a PhD degree. But you have to continue to be a lifelong learner. And if you want to be a lifelong learner, you must keep that flame of curiosity within yourself always burning. You should focus on making yourself a better version of yourself as you keep working, as you keep learning newer things. My dear friends, while I congratulate all of you for your success in your academic journey so far, as you move forward in your life, I would like to place few things before you for your consideration. Please think about these things carefully. Number one, my request to all of you is using your intellectual power, using your capabilities, work towards the development of our country. Number 2, get rid of any sense of servitude from your mind. Be proud about your own Indian culture and civilization. Be focused on the strength of being united. And my dear students, always be focused on your duties and responsibilities as a citizen of this great country. I have no doubt in my mind that with the kind of aspirations that you have in your mind, with the kind of commitment that you show for our country, you are going to play a very key role in making our country Vikasit Bharat by 2047, and I wish you all the best. Thank you. Namaste.